What's going on, guys, girls? Rob here with you this morning. Um, I just read this garbage about the Washington Commanders wanting to give up a their number one pick number 11 for Jimmy Garoppolo, a first round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. Let me say it one more time. The 11th overall pick in the 2022 NFL draft. They want to get rid of it. Send it out to San Francisco for Jimmy Garoppolo. That may be the most idiotic thing that any team could ever do. Let me explain the quarterback side of things before I even talk about the draft pick side of things. Okay, let's talk about the quarterback side of things. Jimmy Garoppolo in 2022 is supposed to make $27.5 million. $27.5 million compared to Taylor Heineke that made a little less than a million this year. What does that mean? If you keep Heineke as a backup quarterback and you bring Jimmy Garoppolo in as your quarterback, you've got to cut $25 million off your roster, off your payroll. That offensive line is already thin already. I don't see it. All right. There are other options for this team. All right. Let's just go with some wild options. Carson Wentz is likely to be released by the Indianapolis Colts within the next 10 days, maybe 14 days. You can work out a salary deal with him probably for $10 million or less, maybe $5 million, $10 million tops, let's say, which would save $17 million and a number one pick to get Carson Wentz over Jimmy Garoppolo. Now you may say, well, I like Garoppolo better. He's not that much better. He's not $17 million better. But we're not finished yet. Let's go a totally different direction. Let's go to somewhere where you got to spend some money. Okay? How about a Super Bowl champion, Russell Wilson? All right? Let's say you wanted to get him. Okay? Chances are you could probably use a number one draft pick and maybe a 5. A 1 and a 5. So you'd have to get rid of an extra fifth round pick to get Russell Wilson at a cheaper salary than Jimmy G. You would lose an extra pick, yes. Cheaper salary, and he's a proven quarterback. Better deal, in my opinion. Let's say you want to go with maybe something less on him, less proven. Kyler Murray, clubhouse presence is definitely not the best. We know that. Is scheduled to make roughly $7 million this year. That would save you $20 million. Now, they're saying they want 2 number one draft picks for him. They'll never get that. They'll never get 2 number ones for Kyler Murray. Trust me on that one. He will not bring as much as Russell Wilson will, even at Russell's advanced age. He will not with his attitude problems, no way. Finally, let's say Washington's all in, and they decide, let's go get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to cost you somewhere between 35 and 40 million. 10, 12 million more than Garoppolo. He's a four-time four-time MVP of the league. Garoppolo's not done any of that. Now, I'm one of Aaron Rodgers' biggest critics on this channel. I know that. But would you not rather have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo? All right. Now, let's turn the clock away from trading somebody, and let's think about what we already have. You already have Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke is probably going to make an extra $1 million this year. Woo! Now he'll be making $2 million. You would save $25 million by not going after Jimmy Garoppolo and a number one pick. And that number one pick needs to be used on the offensive line. There are a few teams out there, or a defensive backfield, whichever way you want to go with it. Or you can get yourself another receiver. I don't have a problem with that. But I would rather see it used on the offensive line. And everything you drafting is rookie salaries. Pick number 11 is worth a ton of money, guys. It's worth a ton of money. They can ill afford to give this away for Jimmy Garoppolo. But Garoppolo took us to the NFC Championship. Yeah, but look at what he did to get there. Those 2 playoff games. To get to the NFC Championship. And then you make your own decision. If I'm the Washington Commanders general manager right now, the bottom of the sheet doesn't even show me Jimmy Garoppolo. I would have to turn the page over to find that. I've got 50 options minimum that I could do before I get to the Jimmy Garoppolo trade. Probably the best and smartest thing to do this year is to keep Taylor Heineke. Go get yourself a good offensive guard, offensive tackle, or center, wherever. I don't have a problem. Address the offensive line. Okay? Address the offensive line, or get yourself even a tight end. I don't have a problem with that. You can probably do that in the second or third rounds. But we also do need a tight end. There's no doubt about it. But don't be spending $27 million on an unproven commodity and a number 1 draft pick. It's idiotic. Idiotic. I just don't see it. You guys leave down in the comment section what you think about this. The Washington Commanders actually thinking, I think she enjoyed her birthday. She enjoyed everybody saying hello, and you were one of them, Dwayne. Thanks so much. So what do you think about this, Dwayne? The Washington Commanders are thinking about trading the number 11 pick, first round, for Jimmy Garoppolo. And Jimmy Garoppolo costs $27.5 million on his salary for the next 2 years. 27.5 next year, 29 in 2023. Okay? I'm saying, if I'm Washington, keep that 11th pick, draft an offensive lineman, keep Taylor Heineke, pay him $2 million, and you've got yourself $25 million that you didn't spend on Garoppolo to maybe go out and get a couple of free agents. Maybe the defensive back from up in New England. Maybe Von Miller. Von Miller is a free agent. He's getting a little up there in age, but I tell you what, he is still capable. They've got the defensive line. They could use some linebackers. Yeah, and the thing is, even if they were a quarterback away from winning, let me show you some of the other options they got. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is going to get released by the Colts within the next 10 days. They're going to release him. Right now, they're going to pay him the $27 million. They're going to pay him, what they owe him. And you can work out a deal with him probably for less than $10 million. They're going to release him. Totally release him. You're not going to have to give up a first-round pick. You're going to be able to get him probably for $10 million or less. And you can bring him right in. No draft picks. Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Okay? He took all the pay cuts he could in Seattle and got tired of it. And now he's due $19 million this year. $8.5 million less than Jimmy G. Now, he will get a $5 million roster bonus when it does come around to it. So actually, he's going to make $24 million, but he's still making $3.5 million less than Garoppolo. He would cost you a 1 and a 5. Some people are saying they're going to want more than that. They're not going to get any more than that for Russell Wilson. They may not get that much. But let's say a 1 and a 5. Would you rather spend $27.5 million, a first-round pick on Garoppolo, or $24 million, a first and a fifth on Russell Wilson? Then it comes down to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, yeah, he's going to be problems. I wouldn't want him personally. This is a guy I wouldn't touch. But he's making $8 million this year. He's making $20 million less than Garoppolo. Now they're saying they're going to want 2 number ones for him. If that's the case, and they do get it, more power to whoever the fool is that pays that. And then finally, Aaron Rodgers' situation. They'll get a 1 for him. I don't think they'll get 2 1s, but I think they'll get 1 and probably a 3, maybe a 2. And if he's been let out of his deal to where he's a free agent, you don't mind spending $35 million on Aaron Rodgers for 1 year. Why would you care? Then, obviously, like I say, the easiest thing to do is keep Taylor Heineke, keep your number 11 pick, and pay Taylor Heineke $2.5 million this year. I don't understand it. Jimmy Garoppolo would be, like I say, if I had 50 options on this piece of paper, he would be number 51. He wouldn't even be that high. There's so many ways you can go without having to get rid of draft picks and money. And Carson Wentz, yeah, he's not a fix. He's not a permanent fix for any team. I don't care where you put him. But hell, you could go out here and get Nick Foles. There are other pieces to a puzzle that you could go get to where you don't have to spend this money on this quarterback and give up a draft pick and look like a fool 5 years from now. That's what, to me, it looks like an idiotic move. I want to hear what you guys think about this. The Garoppolo to Washington deal. I totally oppose it. Think about it if it was your team. Okay, picture Washington with your helmet on it, with your emblem on it. And would you want to give away the number 11 pick and spend all that money on Garoppolo when you are still 2 defensive backs, 2 offensive linemen, a tight end away from competing. And you could use a linebacker or two. That's why I'd say, look, keep Heineke. Go get Von Miller. Go get the defensive back that's free agent. So what? Is it C.J. Johnson? I'm not sure of his last name. The kid from the Patriots who got 7 INTs this year. Go get him. Bring him into the fold. Go get Carson Wentz. Pay $10 million. I would trade Jackson straight up. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Go get Carson Wentz. Pay him $8 million. Go get Von Miller. Pay him $14 million. Go get Johnson from up in and pay him $12 million. You got yourself a defensive back. You got yourself a linebacker, and you got yourself a quarterback. And you still got your number 1 pick. If you want to blow $28 million that bad, that's what I'm saying. If you want to blow the money that bad, do it that way. Go out and get yourself go out there and buy somebody, get yourself some free agents. To me, their front four is awesome. Washington's. They got 6 guys that could start for most teams. Their linebackers are lacking a little bit. Put Von Miller in there, and then what the hell have you got? Number 1, you got a quarterback that's going to be running for his life for 60 minutes. And number 2, you got defensive backs that don't have to cover for 5 seconds. They have to cover for a second and a half or 2 because the guy's going to be running for his damn life. And then if you put yourself a defensive back there, you may end up getting more playmaking. You may not even want to go after Carson Wentz. You may just want to go get those 2 defensive players, or if you want to, go get Von Miller and maybe a tight end. Von Miller and a lineman, offensive lineman. Address the defensive backs in the draft. I don't know whether I'm making sense or not because I've never been rich and had this money to be able to spend. But am I making any sense to anybody out there by saying Jimmy Garoppolo, because if you get him, you got him for 2 years. And if you can't get him off the hook, you're going to be paying him 57 million, 58 million. You're going to be paying him that. 55 million, I think is what it is. 55, 56 over 2 years. If you can't find an idiot to trade with, you're going to have to pay him that. Remember what you did last year. Remember who you went and got last year, and he lasted a game for you. Because you didn't have an offensive line to protect him. What's the difference here, folks? Your offensive line is no better now than it was at the beginning of the year. It's not. And look at the situation. Their quarterback, they went and got, played a half of a game. See, the only reason I would even consider Wentz is you may be able to pay him $5-6 million. You may be able to pay him $5 million. The Colts are going to pay his salary this year. They're going to pay him his salary. They're going to have to release him before they have to pay him his roster bonus. Go out here and maybe sign a Wentz $5-6 million. I don't have a problem with that. Russell Wilson, $19 million plus a 5. That's $24 million. It's a lot of money. But the problem with Wilson is you're going to have yourself at least one number 1 you're going to lose, maybe 2. Is he worth 2 number 1 picks this late in his career? I don't think so. Aaron Rodgers, Yeah, you're going to get rid of 2 number 1 picks for a 40-year-old. I just don't see it. Carson Wentz would cost you nothing to get. Keep him a year. Keep him a year. What have you risked? Less than $10 million. You're not spending 27.5 on Garoppolo and a number 1 pick. He'll be a free agent, though, if he gets released. If he gets released, he'll be a free agent. And he's going to get released. That's what they're saying. What you would rather spend, but let me ask you this. Would you rather spend 2 number 1s for Wilson? He's not a free agent. He's under contract. 2 number 1s for Wilson. Kyler Murray, they're saying they're not going to let him go for less than 2 number 1s. He's $8 million. He's $20 million cheaper than Wilson. I say, I mean Wilson. Now you got me confused. All right. First off, we'll clean the slate then. Russell Wilson, if you get him, you're paying $19 million base salary plus $5 million roster bonus. $24 million. I heard Wentz is getting cut this way. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too, Dwayne. Okay. I'd rather have Murray than Wentz. Yeah, I'd rather have Murray too, but would you give up 2 number 1s for him? Would you give up 2 number 1 draft picks for him? They want that. They're not going to let him go for less. They've made it clear. Cardinals are going to get 2 number 1s if they get rid of Murray. So then now you got to decide. Wentz for free, Murray for 2 number 1s. Murray's cheaper. Murray would probably be about $7-8 million. Now I'm not trading for a quarterback either, so that's why I say Carson Wentz is the only one I would go after. You don't have to trade for him. You can go get him on all the draft picks they can get. Yeah, that's it. Carson Wentz is the way to go. Pay him less than $10 million this year. Let him stay 1 year. 1 year, $8 million. Your first draft pick, in my opinion, it's got to be an offensive lineman for Washington. That's what you got to do. Then, let's say I would either stay with Heineke or go with Carson Wentz. I don't care which way you do that. But let's say you save that $25 million from Garoppolo. Do we not want to go after that defensive back? What's his name? C.J. Johnson out of New England? They say he's probably going to make $8 to $12 million this year. Maybe $15 million. If you don't go that route, how about Von Miller? Von Miller's a free agent. Von Miller's playing in the twilight of his career. He probably won't make $10 million this year. Von Miller now. I'm just saying, Von Miller is a beast. I don't care if he is 37, 36, 35, 38 years old. I don't care what age he is. I saw what he just could do. Washington doesn't need a front four, but they could use a linebacker. They could really use a linebacker. But they could use a defensive back too. Maybe Johnson from the Patriots. And then obviously if you want to go after the kid from Green Bay, the receiver, he's going to cost you $20 million though, $20 million plus, and the chances are they're going to franchise him. I can't think of his name. Somebody else may be able to think of his name, but he's a receiver from Green Bay. They're probably going to franchise him, which makes all the sense in the world. But if they don't franchise him, he's a free agent. He can go, but he's restricted. I don't think they'd get him one for him. I think they get. Adams, yeah. So I think they would get. I think they would get a second round conditional. Is what I think is what they call. Did you see the replay of the last play of the Super Bowl where Ramsey fell down and Chase was getting wide open as Donald was spinning Burrow? I didn't see him get wide open right there, but I did see the holding penalty and the interference penalties at the goal line, which were garbage. If you consider what Burrow did to Ramsey, that early drive on where he actually grabbed his face mask and pulled him. I'm just like, to me that's crazy. I don't know. And then obviously, if you want to go after Stafford, you can go after Stafford. He has an out on his contract. He can leave. I don't think he will. I don't think for $40 million he'd leave. I think he's where he wants to be. But Stafford has an out on his contract if he wants out now after winning the Super Bowl. All I can say is this. If 99 retires for the Rams, they're a totally different team next year, especially if Von Miller leaves. The teeth of that dog has been pulled out. If those two guys leave, they're not nearly the team they were this year. I hear they're in the running for Adams too. I've heard that Rams are trying to get Adams as well as the Raiders, but as good as some of these young receivers are, there's no way I'd spend $25 million on Adams. I wouldn't do it. I would rather have offensive line, defensive line, somebody that can put pressure on the quarterback or can protect a quarterback. I would rather have that. You guys do let me know. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Personally, if I'm Washington, this is what I would do this season. Okay? I would not sign Wentz. I would not sign any of these free agent quarterbacks or trade for a quarterback. I wouldn't do it. I would not draft a quarterback. I would keep Taylor Heineke for one more season. Use that number 11 pick on either a defensive back, a linebacker, or an offensive lineman, whichever one is the best at that point. If I use it on an offensive lineman, then I seriously consider going to get Von Miller. That's what I would do. Because I think of all of the free agents that I've seen across the board, I've seen even Adams, I think Miller can make the most impact for a team. Who's the O-lineman from Mississippi State that is considered a possible number one overall pick? I know who you're talking about. Mock draft 2022 NFL. I know who you're talking about. And they're saying he's going to probably go top 5. And everybody that shows me right now is showing me that Washington's going to draft a quarterback. Why? Idiots. Let's see. First round mock draft 2022 NFL. First round mock draft NFL 2022. Let's see. And I definitely think Aiden Hutchinson goes first. I like Aiden Hutchinson more right now than I did. First round mock draft, NFL 2022. It keeps wanting to say, here we go. Um, Evan Neal from Alabama. I think he's the best pick overall. They got Jacksonville taking him. Aiden Hutchinson going to Detroit. That wouldn't be a bad deal. Carolina, number 3 pick, Malik Willis. You gotta be kidding me. Kyle Hamilton. Ekwonu from NC State. He's a second lineman. Wow. Second offensive lineman. Northern Iowa. Trevor Penning. I hadn't seen the guy from Mississippi State. Oh, there it is. Charles Cross. Yes. Number 15 to the Saints. He's a 4th offensive lineman. 1, 2. It's 1 in front of him. Two in front of him. Number 5, Giants take Ekwonu from North Carolina State. And then the first overall pick, Evan Neal. He's something special for Alabama. I think he's head and shoulders above everybody else. If you wanted to give up a little extra to get it, go up in that number 1 pick, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But we're talking about apples and oranges here. They're different, but still, they're all good. But I would, to me, I would rather have, it's got Washington take Matt Corral, Mississippi. And let me tell you, they got him 11th, but they got Sam Howell going to Pittsburgh, number 10. Kenny Pickett, number 9, going to Denver. And they got Malik Willis going 3rd to the Panthers. I think he is said to have a huge upside. Yeah, I agree. I'd heard something about a couple of the SEC guys. I know Evan Neal is just a beast. Evan Neal, anybody can get him wants him. Trevor Penning of Northern Iowa, I don't know anything about him. They got him going ahead of Charles Cross. And I'll tell you somebody else that's really, really that could rise up in the thing. Jameson Williams, Alabama's wide receiver. They got him going to the Raiders 22nd. I think he could be a top 15 pick. And another one that could be a top 15 pick is the kid from Michigan. The other outside lineman from Michigan, he could be a top 20 pick. We'll see what happens with him. Nakobe Dean from Georgia, beast. Tennessee, they got him going there. And let's see. Yeah, they don't have a kid from. No, they don't have the other kid from Michigan. Yeah, they do right here. David Ajabo. Originally, they said he was a 2nd round pick. Now they got him going to Atlanta 8th. David Ajabo. I think he could. I don't know if he'll go that high or not, but I think he'll go high. But for four quarterbacks to go in the top 11, I don't, you know. And Harris was saying he didn't even think an NFL quarterback would go in the first round. When people see how much a quarterback is worth, they will pay triple what they're worth. They'll pay so much more than what they're worth, which is nuts. But they'll do it. And Sam Howell, all you got to do is go back and look at his season. I was sitting at home this year and I had a better season than Sam Howell had. I mean, he stunk a joint up down there. And he may be a top 10 pick. And he can stay one more year. But if he knows he's going to Pittsburgh, he would. I'd leave too. You know they're going to take care of you if you go to Pittsburgh. What should the Bears draft? Offensive line. Bears don't have a first round pick. I thought the Bears don't have a first round pick. Did you really? Did you really, Amish Elvis? Is it true? Did you win? Serious. Be serious now. Tell me if you won something. And Desmond Ridder, Cincinnati quarterback, got him going to Detroit. Last pick of the round. That's 5 first-round quarterbacks. 5 first-round quarterbacks. I don't think that many go in the first round. So Elvis, did you really win something on the Super Bowl? But you've heard how I feel about it. Washington, I don't like this any better than I like this. Don't go spending money on Garoppolo. Don't go spending money on Matt Corral or any of these quarterbacks in the draft. Get an offensive lineman. They could go get Charles Cross. That's what Keith said he'd like to. Said, yeah, it has a huge upside. Let's go get Charles Cross. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the spread they didn't cover. You're right, Amish Elvis. So, Dwayne, that's right. So, point spread, I did win. You're right. You are correct. I did win on the point spread. I actually thought they'd win straight up, though. The Eagles could package 2 number 1 picks to move up to the 3 picks of the draft. Yeah, they could. They could do that, but I don't know why they would. It's nobody up there to go after that they need. Yeah, they could use a Aiden Hutchinson, but their biggest thing right now, everybody says it. They need an offensive lineman and they need a wide receiver. With their first pick, Washington changed their name back to the Redskins. And with the first move, the MLB gets rid of the DH for Alan Shaw this season. What's up, Alan? Yeah, anybody that watched that game, you got a feel for the Bengals, man. You got to. They played 57 minutes. Not error free, not by any stretch. They didn't play error free. Hell no. And they played tough. They held the Rams to less than 2 yards a carry running the football. They did well. Defensive backs came out, touched and tapped a little bit. Then Eli Apple, who I actually thought was going to be maybe the chance for the MVP, he was scared to touch the guy the last play of the game. Refs kept their flags in their pockets until the last few minutes. I agree, Alan. Last 3 minutes of the game, the Rams were good enough to win that game. The Rams didn't need help. It wasn't like the Bengals were leading the whole game. The Bengals were leading the last 10 minutes of the game. But they didn't need help. The Rams didn't need the help. The Rams, if you saw them, they were moving the ball up and down the field somewhat. Cooper Kupp was having a hell of a game. They played well. But, did he deserve the MVP? Probably not. Probably not. Probably one of those defensive guys deserved the MVP. Because without the defense, they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. But yeah, the pass interference was just nuts. Once they put him on the 1 yard line, like Keith said, is D8 the designated hooker? Antonio Brown may want to play baseball. Yeah, I couldn't believe they put that pass interference penalty out there, especially after the guy face masked the guy in the first quarter. They didn't even call that. I mean, players went over and said something, and they never even thought about talking to each other about it. Somebody saw it. You don't tell me that, 12, 14 officials on the field, nobody saw that shit? I don't buy it. Somebody saw that face mask. But they were told to keep the flags in their pockets. So, believe what you want to believe, guys. Believe what you want to believe. But, what's up, Dwayne? Yep, Dwayne. Where was the video review flags? Yeah. On pass interference, you can't review that. Can't review pass interference. See, that's the funny part. Certain things you can't review. To me, when the clocks get to 0, and it's a delay a game, that should be reviewable. It goes 2, 1, then 0. Then they hike a ball a second later. Where was a video review flag on the face mask? They can't do it for flags. Not supposed to. But I would like for them to be able to do it for anything. For holding penalties, for face masks, for punches, and and for delay a game. That's just the way, the league is going to keep it within that little cup if they can, within that little bowl, and be like, okay, we can get rid of VAR. Yeah. See, that's the thing. They want to be able to control it the way they want to. And then they like to tell the teams, well, we can't do that. We can't do that for you if it works according to the way they want it to. That's what I think. I really do. I think Cincinnati was coming out playing 50 million people in that Super Bowl. And they just weren't going to win it. I don't care how well they came out and played. And they came out and played well. Their defense played really good. And their offensive line, people were talking about their offensive line being weak. Let me tell you this right now. Let me just, this is the way I feel about it. If you'd have put 20 other NFL teams out there, the Rams would have done the same thing to them. They were stunt blitzing. They were stunt blitzing. You just don't see shit like that no more. Where the linebacker, instead of coming straight after the quarterback, comes back around the backside. I mean, that's old. That's old school. That's old school stuff. Stunt blitzing, um, um, kind of like the old deal with Dallas when they used to run their defense. And they'd have one guy at the line, one behind the line, one at the line, one behind the line. I don't forget what they used to call it, but they did that. So if they ever did want to do stunts and stuff like that, they could do it straight off the line. They wouldn't have to worry about it. They could do that. Flex defense. Flex defense is what they called it. And that's why they did it. So they could do the stunts, stunt blitzing, stunts and stuff like that. That's why they used the flex defense. That way you didn't have to take a step backwards. You were already there. And there's a rule where you can challenge a pass interference. I'm not sure when you can do it. It was something Sean Payton fought for. Oh, okay. That was the time to fight for it. It was a time for a flag right there, maybe Cincinnati. If you're out of timeouts, I don't know if you can do it or in the final 2 minutes. Oh, Paul Govier has a channel now. I'll have to check that out. Excellent. Excellent. Great guy, too. So, yeah, definitely. Check Paul Govier's channel out. I am so glad Alan told me about it. Paul's a good guy. Alan, have you fixed your volume control yet? We jumped on Alan a little bit the other day. Me and Harris did. They changed it back this year where you couldn't use it. Yeah. I didn't think you could challenge pass interference this year. I didn't think you could. I thought that was the year before. Yeah, me and Harris talked to Alan the other day, and we said, you got to turn your volume up a little bit. And we're wondering if he's done it. Send me a link, and I'll come on for 5 minutes. All right. We'll send you a link, and you can come on for 7 minutes. The 2 minute difference in their time. Since you're coming from England. Now, Alan he's flying on his way to England from England right now, and he is flying overseas as we speak. And I'm watching somebody skiing with green skis. Oh, that Lord. Good Lord. All right, send Alan a link. And now Alan has a link. He can come on 8 minutes if he wants to. 4 o'clock over there in England right now. I really, really, really want to hear what he says about this Super Bowl. And yeah, I have the sneeze fart, says Keith. Jimmy G looks like he's coming to Washington, guys. That's all we need. We need Guido. We need Guido in Washington. 7, 8 chains around his neck, walking around. Maybe he'll sing a rap song for us when he comes. Jimmy G. Shit. Jimmy G. Oh, my goodness. We can get Carson Wentz for free, guys. Carson Wentz is free. We could get him off the bargain bin. We could get him a blue light special. No, we're going after Garoppolo because he likes the porn stars. And if you don't believe that, go look at his webpage. That's all he dates is porn stars. What's up? What's up, Alan? Uh-oh. We don't have any volume on Alan. Alan's got to turn his volume on. He's got his volume button turned off. Uh-oh. You're going to have to go to the bottom of the page, Alan, where it says Cam and Mike. You see where it says Cam and Mike at the bottom? Hit that and then fix that. Let's see if I can help you. It'll show you what speaker or whatever you want to use and what microphone. Yeah. Trying to get Alan on here situated. "31 degrees here in Virginia, 11 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, and I want to thank everybody that sent Darlene well wishes yesterday for her birthday. She and I are the same age now for 6 weeks. and then our birthdays came up. All right. Alan fell off the channel. He'll come back. Here he comes back.
How's that?
Yeah. Look at his background. I don't guess that's his real. I don't.
Bought a new house.
That's not your real house, huh?
No.
No, but it's cool looking anyway. Now, what have you got? Like a green mat or something behind you there, so you could do that.
It's one of the backgrounds you can pick from the camera.
But mine won't do that shit.
That's because you've got cheap shit camera.
Oh shit! Don't give me no hell about my cheap camera. My cheap camera is a mofo, bro. My cheap camera is a mofo.
Okay, what?
Let's see what I got here.
Yeah, I can only be on for a short while because I'm actually still working. So.
All right.
Had my haircut ready for the funeral tomorrow. Looking gorgeous as normal.
You got a funeral tomorrow?
Yes, Joe's stepdad's funeral.
Oh, okay. They pushed it back a while, huh?
Yeah.
And
So.
yeah, it's not gonna work for me. I'll have to check it out later.
I can't turn it off now.
All right, let's see. So, how did you fix your sound on your broadcast?
It was actually the Windows 10 settings that were wrong.
Yeah. Now, have you went back and watched one of yours and actually?
Yeah, it was quite. But when I played it on mine, it was fine.
Really?
Yeah, but probably because I'd got it set at 60% and it was recording onto mine. I don't know.
Watch it on a phone, or watch it on something else, and you'll see. Because, like I say, man, I had to turn mine on like 98 volume, and you would be like, and now they're getting ready to go down the field, and I was like, wow, I can barely hear you, and I was like, Alan, you got a great channel. Hey, we just got to get your volume fixed for you. You're all set.
I'm trying to keep everything calm.
Now, what kind of shape is the weather in over there? Does it look like it's going to snow, or is it just springtime?
In 90-mile-an-hour winds.
What? 90-mile-an-hour winds?
Gusting to 90 miles an hour, apparently.
Son of a damn, dude! How's your house stay up? Good Lord!
Well, who knows?
My God, 90! It busted my windows out in my house. Damn! Let's go play golf over there. My Lord! Shit! Downwind.
Yeah.
My 200-yard drive might be 400 yards if I'm playing 90-mile-an-hour. Good
Hit it
God.
with your putter.
Yeah, hit it with your putter, get it up in the air, and go 400
Yeah.
yards. Long drive contest. Shit, that's wild. That is wild. It really is. Yeah, I do like your fireplace behind you. That is awesome.
Yeah, I knocked that up.
It
Overnight.
is pretty warm though, isn't it?
What, here?
No, I'm talking about your fireplace.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, it looks it, man. And now is it a flame in it? Flip around there. Let's see if it's a flame in your fireplace. No, you don't have it lit. Damn.
I wish it were my fireplace. My wife would kill for a house like that.
Would she? I tell you what, that's a big ass living room. You'd have a lot of space. That's a lot of space right there. We got a good amount of space, but we got so much stuff in ours. There's our fireplace to the left right there. If you're looking at our TV, ours is right there. Then right around the side, there's our front door, but you got to walk around there. It's her community tree, her favorite tree. So got a little bit of everything in there.
So if you click on Cam Mic at the bottom of your screen.
Yep.
And then you'll see camera, audio, and virtual background.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on virtual background,
you can pick one. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can do that. But it tells me I have to best.
I haven't got a clue what you're saying. Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah. Check that shit out. Watch our player.
We could be in the same room.
We are.
You've stolen my house.
Well, you don't have that background no more.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Well, if you go back on the background, we'll be sitting side by side. We'll be like this. We'll be like hand in hand, like hand in hand, like that shit out.
Brothers.
That is so wrong. Same window, same windows and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be talking about it.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get it. I was one that's like a brick wall in it. I think it's a brick wall. Yeah. There we go. Check that shit out. Yeah, I'm outside now. I'm freezing my ass off. Now, because my porch is like that. My porch has got those bricks just like that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I never done that.
So I'm gonna possibly not today because I've got everything to do ready for tomorrow. But what I might do is do a video tomorrow, so I can just check out to make sure the sound's okay. Of
basketball,
Phoenix Suns, and Denver Nuggets.
What year?
2010, I think it is. It's the 2010. Oh, hold on a second, mate. Hello?
I gotta have music like that too. Background music, do.
But I don't have time. I'm working. No, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm working. Okay. Cold callers. Get off my phone.
I was playing a little music on my channel while you were doing that. Do.
What did you think to the halftime show?
The halftime scuffle. I didn't watch it. I came over here and did my halftime show while they were doing that. What would you grade it out of 100?
95. I thought it was brilliant.
You thought it were brilliant.
Yes.
My wife, Darlene, says it was a 62. Is what she gave it.
Yeah.
She
Oh well,
is.
I'm more hip, man.
Oh, you're more hip than she is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm down with the kids, bro.
you down with the kids, bro? Okay. Now, all right. Now, which one of them? Um, which one of them had, are you more like if you were going to listen to one of them for like 3-4 hours straight?
Eminem.
It'd been Eminem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, then the next question I could have said, yeah, would you go with the peanut brand?
No, I can't eat nuts.
Okay, nuts. Rob, did you ever get a chance to find out what season you have of Inside the Cup Golf? My Inside the Cup Golf, what have I got there, Alan? 2020 season, I think is what I got.
Yes, I think
2019
yeah.
or 20. Yeah, 2019 or 2020, Dwayne. Because me and Alan, like I say, we're still going to try to do our Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
We're not.
I think it's probably going to be the start of next month rather than before that. Yeah.
We can do. We can do that. Get your basketball going, and then.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, as I say, I'm going to.
Let me double check. Let me double check it, Dwayne, and I will text you before the days before lunch is over with. I'll text you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because. Yeah. So
basketball.
Just so I can check out my see if my volume's working all right.
I like it.
Background music. So I might do like a little tutorial-y sort of thing, even though it's one of my games that I'll be playing in my tournament. So, just so I can try it out and see how the volume goes. So I'm also changed my software to OBS.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that yet either.
It looks quite easy to use.
Is it?
Yeah.
OBS along with StreamYard probably pretty cool. I wonder if you could use both.
Well, I'm on StreamYard now, so.
Yeah, I am too.
I've got OBS. So I use OBS to video the ones that I'm not doing live, but obviously.
Yeah.
But you can do live. You can go live.
Yeah.
On OBS, so.
Yeah. Now, do you? What have you been doing lately? 90% of yours taped and then show it later, or
well, all the footballers, as you've seen, and
yeah. Now, once you get 50 hours taped, then you're gonna have to start deleting it off of StreamYard.
Oh well, I don't use StreamYard for taped.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I got you. Yeah, I still use mine on StreamYard.
Okay. OBS, mate. It's so easy.
Dwayne said I've seen a video on YouTube show how to use both. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I hadn't used OBS, so yeah, that'll open up some more avenues for us and stuff. But the good thing about it is, just like this, when we do our golf, yeah, we can let each other, help each other with the rolls and stuff like that. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. And we're playing Royal St. George's, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So we will play some of them. Take not alternate shot, but whichever one scores the best on the hole.
Yeah.
And then an alternate shot in the afternoon. And that's a one course or one game we can do alternate shot with. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So your football. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Show us your football score thing, your monitor thing you use, or is it your phone, or what the hell is it you use?
Oh, that.
Yeah, where the hell did you get that? That's cool as shit.
Well, I've got two. I've got that one that I used. Oh, I used to use. I don't use that anymore.
Okay, you don't use that one anymore.
No.
And it what is it? A phone?
Yes, it's on my iPhone.
Oh, okay. Wow. What's your website for that damn thing?
It's called Virtual Scoreboard.
Virtual Scoreboard.
So if you go into your apps,
that's cool as shit, man. Virtual Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Virtual Scoreboard, basketball, football.
Basketball, football, it's all sorts. If I open it up.
Electromech.
So you've got that. And then you press edit. And so you get that. And then you press back. And you get all the games. So you got basketball, football, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, hockey, wrestling, beach tennis, goalball, whatever that is, volleyball, cornhole, boxing, judo, karate, curling, brick and a brush.
What was that last one? What was that?
Curling.
No, after that.
No, it's a brick and a brush.
No.
Isn't it? You chuck a brick down the ice and you use a brush.
Brick and a brush.
Yeah. Well, that's what curling is, isn't it? You chuck a brick down the ice and you sweep it.
Brick, but I like the way you said it. Brick and a brush. Yeah.
Brick and a brush. Yeah.
All right. Now we got that on my channel. I wanted to make sure we heard you say that like 8 times.
Kabaddi.
Whoa! What's that? What was that?
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi. Now, what the hell is kabaddi?
It's an Indian game. It's absolutely fascinating. Kabaddi. Go and watch it on YouTube. They run from one side to the other, and they have to touch their opponents and then get back before the others catch them.
Now, do they use like sticks on each other and shit like that?
No. Oh. They're allowed. There's only one that has to go across and try and touch.
Okay.
And the others on the other team try and catch him. But the rule is the person that runs can't breathe. So they're always making a noise. They're always going because you can't breathe while you're speaking. So they'll be making this noise and running to try and touch somebody because you're not allowed to breathe in. It's crazy. Bloody Indians, mate. That's obviously the Asian Indians, not the American Indians.
Now I'm wondering if
the Redskins.
I'm wondering if Alan Shaw has drank a little bit too much this morning because he's talking about.
Go and watch it. That's what they do.
Rob, I want you to take your headset off, and I want you to walk around your house, walk all the way to Darlene and back, and go.
She'll slap you one. Stop being such a bloody idiot.
Now, what the hell are we calling again? Kabaddi.
Yeah.
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi. It's a
I can't believe it.
Sport.
It's fascinating.
There's a professional league in India, and they used to show it on Sky Sports.
Now, are you sure they don't hold each other by their feet and get their nose close to the ground and use them kind of like as a what do you call them? Like a what do you call it when you're looking for gold? What do you call it? Finders or whatever. And then turn them like looking for gold.
Somebody said on one of the posts on play.com, somebody said that they should actually make this game. Play.com should make a version of it.
You say it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Kabaddi.
All right, hold on for a second. I gotta see this shit, especially if they go because that's funny
You
as
need
shit
the
already.
professional one. If you watch just the ones that's in the field, the rubbish. Off he goes, guys.
I got YouTube on right now. Now I got to figure out what the hell we're looking for. Hold on. That Alan Shaw's big head right there on my TV. He said, "We're going to play football now." Search now. How the hell? K A K A B
A D D
A D D. Oh, there we go. Kabaddi Live.
Whoa.
Oh shit! I can only imagine what this. Looks like kids beating each other's ass. Is what it looks like. All right. It's got a bunch of writing up I can't read, so I'm trusting you on this. That I ain't going in some kind of porn site. Kabaddi Live. I'm like, what the hell is Kabaddi? All right, let's see what we got here. I don't want to start no survey. All right, these guys ain't got no shirts on. Whoa.
They're just out in the field.
And they fighting. They're fighting.
They're not fighting.
They are fighting.
They play it in England.
Dude, this is fighting right here. They're beating the shit out of each other. Hum now. All right, they quit running and fighting, and now whose turn now?
Ah, yes. Look at this, Keith. Pigs in blankets. Have you sorted that out yet? Put it in damn bread.
Pigs in a blanket is biscuits. You roll it around.
Nah, it's you Americans. You just don't know. You don't understand.
And you say a pig in a blanket is bacon wrapped around sausage.
Yeah, we have them at Christmas.
Look at these people. Look at this. These people are pissed, man. How much does it cost to go to one of these Kabaddi games?
Who knows? In the there's a professional league.
Hell yes. Yeah, I see it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to cut the light off in there because we're gonna watch some Kabaddis, whatever the hell Kabaddis is. Hold on.
Well, that made absolutely no difference, that mate.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had pig. Yeah, we had pigs in the blanket on Sunday.
You didn't? Yeah, we did. You had sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls. Now look at these guys.
If you put it in a bread or a crust, it's a sausage roll or a hot dog. If you want a pig in blanket, you put it.
Now this ain't no game right here. They look like a bidding on chicken.
If you're watching it and it's regional or little Indian villages, then it's like Liverpool and Everton.
All right. Well, let me do it.
Kabaddi is what you want.
Yeah, we're gonna Kabaddi it. All right. Hold on. All right, hold on. We don't want a damn league. We want some Kabaddi people here. Kabaddi. Well, that ain't Kabaddi. That's some damn. I don't know what the hell that is. You can't. It's so bright you can't even see it. It's a guy dressed like a girl, and oh my god, that ought to be. That should be against the law. Oh, you can see his eyes, her eyes. Okay, now we're gonna do some Kabaddi. Okay, yeah. Oh, now, okay, now
Now
we got
this
this
is
is
the Pro
in,
League.
this is indoor. This is
Yeah, this
indoor.
is the Pro League.
All right, it's 3, 6, 7, and they're holding hands. And
Yeah.
one guy,
The
and
defenders have got to hold hands.
now what's the guy in the red trying to do?
He's got to run across the mid line, touch one of them, and get back.
Can they clothesline? Can they hit him upside the head or anything like that?
Do what they want.
Oh, they can't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they catch him, he drops out, and they score a point. If he gets back, then the person he touches or people he touches, if he touches more than one, then they're out.
This is like a snake. They kind of like a.
It's a bit like dodgeball. In that, if you hit somebody and they don't catch it, then they drop out of the team. It's the same with this.
Oh, okay. He touched him on the end, so he's done.
Yeah. So he has to go out, but they can then bring them back when they catch somebody. One of them comes back, and you score points. And if you get them all, then you score extra points. It's a fascinating game once you get into it and watch it.
Oh, they can attack him. They can attack him if they want to.
Yes, they've got to stop him. Yeah, they've got to stop him from getting over. If he gets back over the halfway line, and also you'll see it's like a tennis court. They've got side areas. He can't go into that. He can't go into that until he's touched somebody. It's just organized violence.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I want somebody out there to find out how much a ticket for kabaddi costs. Like if I want to go watch some professional kabaddi, I mean, are we talking $20? Are we talking as much to go see that as it does to go watch Sheffield Wednesday go play a game? Now tell me which one you'd rather go see, Alan. You'd rather watch these kabaddis?
Kabaddi.
You'd rather watch it? Hell no. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to have to drop off because I've got to go to a meeting.
Okay, we got you. Kabaddi. All right. This is
again, guys.
He threw the damn karate kick at his ass.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they could kick him too. Shit. So it's 2-on-1 now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, now what do they do? Can they tackle him down?
Yeah, they've got to stop him from getting over.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna watch some kabaddi then. All right, my friend.
Two there.
You have a good one. If you decide to come back on, pop back on here with me.
Cheers, buddy.
This shit's crazy. They out here on the damn ping pong, not a ping pong, but they're out here on the volleyball court. And they drew lines, right? They drew lines. And they're out here beating the shit out of each other. They're over in India. Okay, they're over in India. Panga of the week. And once he gets in an area he's not supposed to be in, that's when they can beat the shit out of him. I mean, you gotta love this. You gotta love this. No, you broke the rules. 3. You broke 3 rules, I guess. We're watching kabaddi. Kabaddi. Do you think Aaron Donald would be good at any other sport? Not as good as football. Mm-mm. He's fast, but I basketball wouldn't have a place for him. That's the end of that kabaddi right there. That's the end of it. That was a shame. That was a short one. They spent a lot of money on the kabaddi right there. That was a shame. That was a shame. We can always watch one of my channels, right? Watch one of my videos. Wouldn't that be some shit? Say, watch one of my videos. We're live right there. I don't know if I really don't think Aaron Donald would be good at a lot of other sports. I just don't think he would be. I don't know. I think he's probably where he needs to be. Now he may retire. If he retires, that changes everything. It really does. Changes everything. That's when I was COVID positive. Been a little over a month ago. I was rough looking in. So, but kabaddi, that is a game, boys and girls. Something I had never seen in my life. Kabaddi. Tell me what you think, guys. Pigs in the Blanket is not hot dogs wrapped around with sausage. No. Hot dogs and sausage? That's not pig. What if Donald and Sue both retire and then walk on to the same USFL team? Wouldn't that be some stuff? That would be crazy. Yeah, I'm looking back at when I was sick, and I'm like, I can't believe I even came online that day. I had a mask on my face. It's cold outside today, 31 degrees. Where is it? How is it where you at, guys? I'm going to go pretty soon. May try to do some more week 3 a little later, but it'll be later today. It won't be today. Jimmy Garoppolo to Washington. I totally oppose this move. I say no. 10 no's to it. And maybe 11. I didn't count them. And I'm just totally against it. I really am. Keep Heineke. Keep your first-round pick. Save the money. Go out and get you some more talent. My name's Rob. Thanks for checking me out. That's not me over there. That's me over here instead. That's me right here. Yeah, right there. And this is me. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. I hope they don't get Garoppolo. That's just more money, $27 million wasted. It doesn't sound like a smart financial move. It does not sound like a smart move if you're trying to move up in the football ranks. And we'll see what happens there. You all have a great rest of your day. Leave a comment down below as to what you would do if you were the Commanders. And where these free agents are going to land. Where is Rodgers going? I still say he stays with Green Bay. We'll see about Murray. I think Murray's kind of burned his bridges. I think probably he ends up going somewhere like Denver, Detroit, something like that. Maybe even New Orleans. Russell Wilson, he could end up in Washington. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but he could end up in Pittsburgh. So we'll see. Thanks so much for watching the channel. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. And I also want to thank a big thanks out to Alan Shaw for spending 10, 15 minutes of his day to come on my channel as well. Go check out Paul Govier's channel. That's the one thing I want you guys to do. Paul's a good dude, and he's only posted one video yet. So go over there. What's up, Alex? He's posted one. Go to his channel and go subscribe. Uh, do I think Aaron Donald's the greatest defensive player of all time? No, no. There's a guy that played for the New York Giants that's the greatest defensive player of all time. His name's Lawrence Taylor. It's not Aaron Donald. Lawrence Taylor took over games. Aaron Donald didn't play till the fourth quarter. When Lawrence Taylor was in a game, you knew it all 4 quarters. LT. LT's the best defensive player I've ever seen. There are some other good ones. Singletary was great. Ray Lewis was really good. Terrell Suggs was good. Aaron Donald's really good. None of them compare. Reggie White was good. Reggie White had a lot of help though. Reggie White had that guy that died. What was his name? What was that guy's name that passed away? Jerome Brown. Yeah, he played on that team. He had a lot of help. But Reggie was good, and Reggie was good everywhere he went. No, we're not just talking about Philadelphia. He was good at Green Bay. Yeah, he was good everywhere. Which quarterback in the draft you think will have the most successful career? I think all of them are journeymen. I don't think none of them are as good as last year's bunch. I don't know. Probably Kenny Pickett. But would I use a first round pick on him? No. I don't think he's worth that. We'll see. I don't. Malik Willis going number 3 is become. That's what I'm hearing now. That's insane. Liberty. I figured if a Liberty product was ever going to go number 3, it'd be a wide receiver because they do work with their wide receivers big time. They have some good ones. There's no way he's number 3 overall. That's a joke. That is a joke. And I promote Liberty University much as I can. I think they're a good program, but there's no way he's number 3 for this year. You can't pick him that high. I don't care what team you are. And to have 5 or 6 quarterbacks in the first round, ludicrous. Matt Corral, Kenny Pickett, which Kenny Pickett right now is not even the top quarterback going. It looks like Malik Willis is. And then the kid from Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder, looks like he could be a first-round pick. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, Alex, is that they're not going anywhere. She's actually CEO of this or that or whatever. Look and see if they've taken them down off their website. And if they have, let's see if they start ripping into them. If they start ripping into them, chances are they still haven't let them go. If they say, yeah, we want to wish them well and all this kind of garbage, yeah, then you don't know. But if they start ripping into them, it's probably a work. You're probably right. All right, guys, I'm heading out. You all have a great rest of your day. Dwight White. Yeah, Dwight White. Ed Too Tall Jones. Jack Lambert. Jack Ham. It's so many good players. It was crazy. Ricky Jackson of the Saints. Not Danny White. Let's don't even go there. Have a good